Yesterday, while working at my computer, I had one of those moments that makes you freeze your life in your tracks. I spilled some Coke on my keyboard. When I say Coke, I mean Fanta, Sprite, Dr. Pepper. I don't mean that sweet, sweet, fine pink Colombian nose candy. And immediately, there was some sticking of the keys. What did I do, you ask? I Googled how to make your key less sticky. And what I found out was that you can kind of dip a Q-tip in some rubbing alcohol. Ideally, you want to use the 70%. I had 50% on me. I dipped the Q-tip in there, dip it around. It was actually my shift key. Dipped it around there, cleaned it, and an hour later, it seemed like the key was working perfectly. Then it got a little sticky again. So I repeated with the rubbing alcohol and Q-tip. I don't know how to say this, but I woke up this morning and the shift key was sticky again. So I went on YouTube and had to find a video that showed me how to remove the shift key so that I could clean underneath it a little bit. Anytime you are trying to fix something that was put together by tiny Chinese children's hands, you're probably going to mess it up. And I learned that for the 100th time today. I got this little, some kind of watch kit or some kind of little eyeglass screwdriver thing. I have at least 20/20 vision. I don't even know why I have these. And you are supposed to dig it under the shift key. You dig it under here, and then you push on the upper part, and then you're supposed to hear some unlatching of the shift key. And then you peel the little layer back, clean underneath it with the toothbrush. And remember, this is a very sensitive, delicate instrument. I don't know why this YouTube video has not been pulled yet. It's misinformation. Clean the underneath the shift key. You got these little crossbars that are underneath it. Long story short, I put it back on after I cleaned everything and tried to just jam it back in place. Potentially bending some of the little bars or fine instruments underneath the shift key tab. Now it was even stickier than it was before. Not just sticky, it was full on stuck. It would just stay in the depressed position, all the way down. No problem. I've got great people skills. I reached out to a few iMac, iPhone repair shops. 2 of them said they don't work on keyboards. Apparently they only focus on big money MacBook items. But I did find one that said, hey, show up to such and such place and they can help you. So I went there. Took me 7 to 10 minutes. Excited. Had everything in a plastic bag so it would lose the pieces. I get there and the guy says, yeah, you can take those pieces off, which I did successfully, but you can't get it back on, and you just gotta buy another keyboard. Ugh. Apple, you got me. Okay, I'll get another keyboard. It's maybe 20, 30 bucks. Plan to go to Target. But then the store dude told me, you can in fact use another keyboard, but then the Apple Magic Key functions don't work. And that's when you know Apple has created a perfect trap for you and you'll never be free. I then decided to just use the keyboard as it is. You just kind of get as clean as possible. Now you can see the shift keys coming off, but that's all clean now. There's no Coke there. I just put this kind of back on there. There's really just the middle button that you got to hit. You can't hit it if you don't have something over the whole area though. Actually, it looks kind of cool. Kind of like a cyborg keyboard. Now you know the Chinese government is in fact spying on you. Oh, just put these over the eyes right there. And these are those little metal bars I was talking about. Once you bend them, it's over. Just go rig up another $100 charge on another keyboard. Not so magic if you ask me. I also found out today that you can actually use this unconnected. I've been using this for over a year now, 14 months, and I've always had it plugged in, charging. You don't need to do that. Didn't know. Basically, what I want to share with you is the fact that if you don't have the skills for this stuff, don't try to fix it yourself. Also, I'm surprised that these keyboards nowadays aren't protected against soda, anything with high fructose corn syrup, sugar, candy. You know, the typical American diet. Apple, protect these keyboards because you know we Americans are going to eat around this thing. I can't go more than 15 minutes without putting something sweet in my mouth, and I know you can't either.